What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today I will be doing a technical analysis breakdown for Alibaba with the ticker symbol BABA. I will first go over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. So we're going to do a market structure update for BABA, and I did my previous analysis on Wednesday, and since then price went up to the $97 level before pulling back today. So it looks like we could probably see slightly lower prices in the short term and maybe higher prices in the long term. And let's go over the reasons why. So in the short term, BABA is trying to make a measure move up. So we had this impulse right here. The second impulse would target the 99 level. So we came up a few points short of that. So there's still room to that target. So we could still get another push up towards that target after this little pullback. So this pullback could stall out right now, and we can see the push up next week. Or we could continue to pull back maybe to the low 90s for another attempt higher. So that's a possibility. What we don't want to see is price, pull back a large amount below this EMA. So if we see it in the mid 80s, then that's not a good sign. I don't think that's likely to occur right now. It still looks like BABA has a high probability of continuing higher. But again, nothing is guaranteed. So it looks like the price is telling me that we can still continue higher, and we're just seeing a little short-term pullback, but this should recover quickly if it wants to go up. So that's the short-term analysis. Now let's take a look at the longer-term analysis, looking at the macro structure, the dominant technical pattern, which is this trading range. So a trading range is going to be stronger than most trends, and you can see that this downtrend failed to make a measured move lower. So this was one leg down right here. Price hit the lows of the range, and then it tried to make a second leg down, but failed multiple times. And then you see the range rules took place, which is if we hit the lows, we go up to the highs. So it looks like we are still working our way higher. And we could also be in the formation of this measure move right here, this impulse right here. Because the bears failed to reach their measure move target, but now how about the bulls? The bulls can reach their measure move target at the 140 level. So right now, it looks like BABA is pulling back. This is not something that's dangerous or something to be afraid of. It looks like price can just pull back a little bit before going higher, or just going higher next week to reach this target at the low $100 level or the high 90s. From there, we could probably just go sideways or even see a larger pullback. But this is still looking pretty good for BABA. I don't like how it's not as strong as the previous push off the lows of the range, which is like this one right here. This was a nice strong push off of the lows of the range. This is a little bit weaker, but it still is okay. So that's all I have for BABA on the daily chart. Basically, we're getting closer and closer to this target at the high 90s. We're seeing a little pullback earlier than normal, but we can still get another attempt up. As long as we don't pull back drastically, probably to the low, to the mid 80s, then I think there's still another opportunity for price to continue higher. So that's all I have on the daily chart. Now let's take a look at the weekly chart. So here's the weekly chart for BABA. This is the entire price action since its IPO price. And we can go ahead and mark the all-time lows. It's at the $60 level. And go ahead and mark the all-time highs, which is right around the 320 level. So this could be just a very large range. So if we go from the lows of the range, we go to the highs. We go to the highs, we go down to lows. If we go to the lows, we go up to the highs. So it could be a big range pattern. It's just too early to say right now, but it's something to keep an eye on. So there was this previous downtrend in play. So BABA was downtrending for a few years, and then it broke the downtrend, which shows signs of weakness. And once it broke the downtrend, we started to just kind of go sideways and inside of this trading range. So the market changed state from a downtrend to a trading range. So we could be changing state again from a downtrend to a range to an uptrend. So if I connect the swings, this looks like this channel could come into play. And we hit the bottom side of the range. We hit this trend line. So it looks very good for higher prices. Maybe back up to the highs of the range and maybe the 140 level measure move target. So right now, there's a lot of bullish signs on the chart than bearish. So it looks like the bulls are winning out currently. Things can change, but as right now, this looks pretty good for the upside. So we'll see how it develops. for Baba. So that's all I have for Baba on the daily and weekly charts, and I'll give you guys an update next week, Wednesday. This is Vee Trades, and thank you for your time. The Vee Trades technical analysis course is now live. Learn to read the chart the right way to prevent costly mistakes. Click the link below to start training now.